the last 25 years have had an incredible amount of change. So in that period of change, Eide Bailly's consistency with what they've done, I think has been a very stable force in the healthcare industry. There's a client that we're currently working with, and they're not a large healthcare organization, but they're in a city where they're taking care of pretty much the population. And they're challenged because there are larger healthcare organizations that would like to be a part of that market. Financially, they're doing okay, but know that they need to improve because they have to adjust themselves to the market that's coming down the road. They wanted to find out what's a better way for us to provide care. So we're in a situation where we're helping this organization innovate.
One of the unique aspects of Eide Bailly is our ability to have the mix of both technical and industry expertise in healthcare and to pull that together to deliver end results for our clients. What was unique about our work with this client from an Eide Bailly perspective was pulling together of very different service offerings and skills and capabilities around the firm. It really wasn't a technology project or it wasn't a healthcare consulting project, it was an Eide Bailly project. We took and added services around business intelligence, data analytics, visualizing that data, integrating that data, which took our development team, implementation of the hardware and software within the environment to collect the data. So this is the equipment for supporting our TLS, the devices hanging in the ceilings, the tags that people are wearing, all the way through the collection of that data and then the analysis of that data and integration with healthcare systems. And then combine that with our healthcare consulting services around process improvement and those types of things. And it really does provide a very powerful message to clients that says, hey, this is not really about the technology, it's about the integration and pulling all of this together to provide a better end result. That's what we're striving for at the end of the day here, is to help the clients provide better results.
The successes that the client was seeing that they want to replicate across the organization had to do with seeing more patients with fewer people with better results. That mix requires different technology, it requires a different way to look at data, it requires a different way for the leaders to engage in this information. That leads to a different way for them to engage their frontline staff. And hopefully what we're shooting for here is the continuation of the success that we brought this client in the past.
So personally, I'm a firm believer that the future economy is all about data. The winners in the next industrial revolution are going to be those that figure out how to use their data and make better decisions more effectively, more timely, and integrated into their daily operations. That's where the value was for this client, was in pulling all of that together.
When clients engage us, they're looking for something new, but because they're entering into a new arena, they can't come to us and say, I want this. And then we look at that and say, yeah, we can do that, okay? Sometimes they come to us and they say, we need something better. And when we innovate with them, it's innovation across the spectrum of services that we do. And I think that experience is what brings the clients to us.